Hi guys, sorry. Sorry for the wait. I've had a rough morning. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the what we're lovingly calling the genocide run of Stray Gods. Um, Calling it the genocide run is a reference to Undertale. For any of you who played Undertale or watched people play Undertale, there's a way to play the game that everybody called the genocide run, and so I just think it's funny to call any run of a game that's like the I'm gonna be kind of a bastard run. Um, the genocide run, even if you don't kill anybody. So that's what we're gonna do today. I have to end early. That's what I was kind of sorting out to go. I have to end earlier than usual. So I'll be going around 2:30, which is an hour and a half earlier than our like normal stop time. Our normal stop time is 4 o'clock. I've been ending at 3:30 to get Clark. I need to end at 2:30, so like an hour and a half earlier than our normal stop time. What's on the necklace? An arrow. An old necklace. I think I got this from Mint Mongoose forever ago. Thank you. It's a. Do you want to guess where this outfit's from? It's a Lucignac, another one. They sent me. It's called the Bowie jumpsuit, and I'm wearing it backwards. Normally, look, okay. I also wore it with a belt, but I took the belt off when I sat down just for comfort. It's these sorts of things. Normally, this is the front, and the V is the back. And I was like, but I like the V, so I just turned it around. But yeah, it's very comfy. But I didn't have time to guess. I'm sorry. I've actually let you guess. Okay. So we're doing Pan's gonna be our best friend. So the butt is in front. The front and back of the, like from the waist down, the front and back are the same. So it's not, I don't think it's meant to be reversible because there was a big tag here. Do you see that I had to cut off? But it might as well be reversible. So Pan's gonna be our best friend. We're gonna try to take the throne in Hades, and we're gonna try to punch Athena. Those are our goals. Those are the goals here. Oh yeah, and hang out with Persephone when we have to choose between Persephone and Apollo. We'll be like, "Shut up, Apollo." It'll be good. Oop. Oh. Okay. You want to know what's interesting? Sometimes the actual like file, like the executable, still has an old name. or like a name that they used to refer to the project by before it had like an official name. So sometimes when you like go to grab a game in OBS, it's hard to figure out which one is supposed to be the game. This one, if you go to add the game in OBS, is called Chorus. There you go. Fun little tidbits. Okay. Can I delete a file? I say load a game. No, that also doesn't give me. Interesting. Okay. There's got to be a way. It's fine. Let's go.
Four hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored?
New run.
Wasn't even looking for
Genocide
anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up. Well, they showed up all right.
You know, I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
Hey, we should consider that. We could be the Naked Band, coming soon to a really private auditorium near you.
You know, somehow I believe you'd actually do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hard no. Okay,
why
let's
not?
just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just...
Okay. N does smash you forward. That's great.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing is going the way I thought it would. I feel like I'm this close to
Punching something? Do I need to back up?
screaming, more like. Not that anyone would listen.
Well, I'll always listen.
Music is your life, Freddie. You're the drummer. Like a boat lost at sea with no sails.
We're gonna be skipping through stuff if I think it's the same. Just FYI.
Drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
I've had this song stuck in my head for 2 days.
Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
Thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. Did you, bring an instrument, or some music?
I kinda bring my music wherever I go.
Alright. Well...
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the
I'm trying to decide if it bothers me that her
steps I
eyes never
didn't
glow
take and
before this
paths
sequence.
proved untrue.
Maybe they do.
Is
Her back was to us.
path through?
But our eyes always glowed before we were like, everybody sing!
Lost at sea. Though I'm about to
I love that part.
You still have your life ahead. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All things that lose their way can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
I guess. And then we'll take Charming later. I think that's gonna be the best for us.
Maybe if I paddle hard enough, I'll fight the waves, try to be tough. Can I belong to the sea?
Or maybe Clever's the play. Because with Charming, they're like, you're so friendly.
What?
So I had to come inside. Have we met before?
It's really weird. I feel like... Have we met before?
I don't think so, but artists often find me familiar.
What does that mean?
It means I've traveled in many circles. May I ask you why you've...
Started.
No younger than you. You're what, like 25?
A bit older than that.
Well, you know the story. Nothing ever works out like you think it should. Times 10.
I do know that story. I should go.
About the audition? Right.
We haven't seen Clever yet. We were Clever for all of the whole of last campaign. We were sure. When we did our full run, we were Clever from the get-go. The D&D brain, I know, dude.
Did you lose your keys, Fred?
Find me.
Why? How did you know where I lived?
I followed you. I thought... I didn't want to do this to you.
All right, Hermes. You do this
Did you
to her?
do this to her? Did you hurt Calliope? If you did.
Her Cal? No, I wouldn't ever. Like, ever. She's the best.
Explain this now.
You are gonna tell me what's going on right now!
Whoa.
Who are you? How did you get here? What is happening?
All right, jeez. Let me go.
Look, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? You with me so far? Cool. Let's go.
Right a day. Are you?
Someone died in my arms. Where is this? How did I get here? Who are you people?
So many questions. This is my office, and I expect you arrived through one of Hermes' portals.
The shiny doorway.
As for who we are, allow me to introduce my Aphrodite. Oh no.
Right. But... Wait, you said
Okay. Well, it comes as a shock. I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die like hell I do.
Die? You don't have that right. What, you think I'm just gonna stand here and...
Grace, please stop.
No, I'm not gonna stop. Who do you think you are, threatening me like that?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
But... It isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless.
Maybe we should do as we agreed.
Song time.
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse. No recourse to be arranged.
We can't skip songs,
It's unfair.
but I'm okay with that.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that
You must know
us.
I didn't do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now that the muse is gone, I'm afraid you'll have to see. The chorus is in accord. Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
Damn. Shut up, Dad. No one asked you. Sorry, I forgot that we hate
Did
Apollo
I?
in this run.
Hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
He's right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her? And what if Calliope was murdered?
I can prove myself. If you let me. I can try.
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus.
Have what? What just happened? Am I free? Do I get my day in court?
Yes, you shall. You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that.
Can someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to
Yeah, Apollo and Athena staring at each other like
did
this
I know
means a
you were
lot
gonna
more
say
after knowing the rest of the
We're not
story.
going to
For
keep you,
real.
Grace. You
Yeah,
have
she's like,
much
what are you
to do.
doing, dude?
Before you go, however, a few rules.
Here we go. Our first major deviation is gonna be
Grace?
now.
Yeah. Kidnapped by aliens.
Well, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
Big, scary aliens.
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone? I was calling and calling. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you know, you can say it's none of your business, Freddie.
Have you... Wait, where did she go?
Okay. It's none of your business, Freddy.
Okay, you know I didn't mean that. This is totally my business.
Hi there.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he
Do we
have
hate
friends?
Freddy this run? Well, we're gonna choose Pan over Freddy, and I don't think she's gonna take that super well, so...
So, a lot's happened since I saw you last, Freddy. Like, a lot.
You don't say.
To answer your question, my dear, you...
Offer our newest idol a helping hand, or perhaps two. You do lost.
Did Athena send you? She didn't say anything. I kind of assumed.
That you're on your own? Yes, you'd think she'd do a better job of explaining the rules, wouldn't you? But no, I'm here of my own volition. Purely out of the kindness of my immortal heart, I assure you.
Immortal? Wait, who's immortal? I'm sorry, I'm lost here.
Wait. We never found out last run how Pan knew about us, right? I don't think we found that out last run, like how he learned that the muse thing happened, that I became the new muse. Yeah, he just said a little birdie told me. But I don't think that was revealed. We might get that information if we're hanging out with Pan. We know that she got the key from Pan. Isn't it because of Hermes? I think we speculated that, but I don't think that was confirmed. She got the key to the reliquary from Pan, and so did we. And he knows that because she got the key to the reliquary from him, she was in the reliquary and died, right? Or was attacked at the reliquary. So he felt bad about that. But Calliope was like, he didn't know why I was going in there. He didn't know what was going to happen. So that's not his fault. But I don't think we got like a hard and fast, like, this is how I showed up so quickly to find you. Because he shows up the second we're done talking to Athena, you know?
It's okay, Freddy. I think. Or maybe it's just easier to say there's nothing you can do to help.
How is that supposed to make me feel better? What is going on, Grace?
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world.
Huh. That's it? You know, I'm taking it one slow breath at a time. It's been a long night.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I have a million questions, but I...
Taking this well.
You are taking this way better than I did.
Yes, well, nobody's threatening me.
That is a good point.
You need help, so I help. Even if it means tracking down god killers.
Such darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Speaking of killers...
Whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who was set adrift most cruelly.
So you're here How did...
A little bird told me if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the...
Okay, I'll bite. What's your advice?
Yeah, you're the last muse. All of these are now your province. This is what we were talking about at the end of the game last time. Sounds pretty cool.
That does sound kind of cool. Like I'm some sort of rock star idol.
That is it precisely. You draw music out of others, Grace. Not only with inspiration, but physically. Magically.
Okay, but how does that help me find...
Now then, close your eyes.
Song time!
You hear that?
Time to be like, fuck you, Freddy.
It's coming
Pan's
from
my
you.
best friend now.
When you sing, what emotion
It's
does
gonna
it
feel
summon?
bad, but it's also gonna be great.
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel...
Powerful.
Done this times now.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand. I'm the guy who can help you. All that you hear is at your command.
Wait. No, it's okay, Freddy. This is all me? What do I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's a wasting.
That's what I did last time. A bit boring, but...
How the hell did you find me? This is the weirdest night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad? Am I doing it now?
Brilliant.
I don't follow. Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on?
Morning fades and the day wastes away. Grace, you can't wait. Grace, don't delay. I know where you belong, Grace, the song, Grace. I can show you the way. Time to play.
Grace, I have a bad feeling that grin is a giveaway. That much is clear. What is this creep concealing? How does he know you and why is he here? Freddy, this map is uncharted. Let's hear him out. I know how you feel. Me, I'm just getting started. I wish you could feel this. It's kind of unreal. Grace, have you gone delirious? Stranger danger could not be more serious. You've been hurt before by mysterious men. I won't let you get hurt again.
Morning's gone and the day wastes away, Grace.
So give me space then to play.
Oh, you gonna do well out there, kid.
If it's my time, fine, let me shine. How can I, with you in the way?
The floor's yours.
Time to play.
This is such a different song.
The floor's all mine, you say?
It is now.
How about a solo then? Are you sure about this?
Go for it, girl.
I never knew I had that in me. That said, I'll never do that again.
Grace, you're starting to comprehend. Let me show you more, or show me the door.
Good idea. I just sang soprano.
The showing or the door part?
My body's shivering, blood is thickening, skin is shimmering. You guys are bickering.
Morning fades and we all waste away. Yesterday that may have been true.
I won't I'm afraid, and I think you are too. Freddy, nobody knows me like you. If you leave now, I'll follow you somehow.
This Freddy's a friend you can use, but it isn't playtime. Now you're amused.
Sorry, Freddy. You don't know this, but I'm actually saving you from dying. Maybe.
I'm
God, I
sorry,
hope she
Freddy.
still doesn't die. That'd be
If
so
you're
ridiculous.
forcing me to choose, well, I guess I've got to go with Pan.
You're kidding me. Can't you see what he is, Grace?
I need him, Freddy. He can help me.
As opposed to me, who's of no help whatsoever.
That, my dear, is the power of a muse. To draw out the truth from within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
You mean no one has a choice but to sing along?
We all have a song in our hearts, Grace. You can make us sing, but the song will always be ours. A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
You find this helpful, Grace? He oozes. Ugh.
Grace is not wrong, dear lady. I am the most benevolent of benefactors. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide. An address in the city where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
If you had that all along, why not look into it yourself?
Me? Conduct a search like some plebeian. Unheard of. Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
I find it interesting that he helps us in the exact same way no matter what. Again,
Well, I guess
like-
that'll help you. It's weird to think of a god with a home address.
You're not coming along?
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
we were talking about how some of the reviews have said that despite the choices that you make, you still wind up in the same places. It's just like the interpersonal situations will be different, but like you'll get guided along the story in the same way, kind of. You'll hit the same important places in order to solve everything, right? So I guess this is one of those moments that's like, I'm surprised this isn't any different. If you're like, yeah, Pan, you and I besties, and he's like, cool, here's the address. Exactly the same as if you're like, bye, I don't like you, I'm sticking with Freddy. Ooh, I need your help, Pan.
Then maybe what I need is the help of a fellow idol.
I don't do backup. I do martinis.
I need to find Kaz and Brian. Just tell them you're okay. If, not the other stuff.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
Okie doke. Decided to trust that Pan has your best interests at heart was the achievement I just got. I know, Kaz and Brian are mentioned a lot in this game, but they're not actually in it, which is kind of a bummer.
Okay. That's not a good sign. Did she?
I don't think we got to these ones in the first playthrough.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew. Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay?
They're busy being roommates. They're too busy being roommates. I love that two of you said that in a row.
I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
I did play The Wolf Among Us, yeah.
A giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
It feels reminiscent without the like walking around, clicking on stuff, you know?
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
Okay, let's go upstairs.
I don't see any... Oh, man.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing? Sitting here in the dark?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Being a sad dad.
Preparing your villainous monologue?
I'm grieving. For a dear friend. If I may ask, how did you find this place? What are you doing here?
Why do you think? 1 week to prove my innocence, remember?
Yeah, I do remember, yes.
This is Calliope's home. Seemed as good a place as any to start.
I honestly wish I could help you, Grace. You and Calliope both deserved better. You've already met Pan? How odd. It's not that I'm forbidden.
This room... So you won't answer my questions. You're sitting here in the dark. You say you're mourning Calliope.
What are you insinuating?
I don't know you. For all I know, you could be the killer. You came to get rid of evidence, maybe, or you knew I was coming and you're here to throw me off.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? The only thing you've said is that I don't want your help, but that's ridiculous?
I can't do this.
I don't have anywhere else to go.
Meaning?
Meaning I'm not leaving until you give me something. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't literally life or death. But I need to know what the problem is.
I haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force...
Phantom pains.
Excited to do this song in a way where I'm like, get your head out of your ass, Apollo.
Feeding thoughts, thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Troy Baker. Troy Baker voices Apollo.
Here she is, only in her head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Anytime I'm stuck on what I did and didn't do, I just scan the distance for the next thing. What is the next thing for you?
Next thing, she often said that too. We were statues hiding under sheets, collecting dust. She burst through the door and shouted, next thing. Come to the next thing.
There's just one thing that I need to hear. Tell me now, so the air is clear. What did you do to her? Was it you?
You're asking if I killed her. Yes, I did. It's fair to say that my mistakes paved the pray for what then came. Yes, give me the
Literally, he basically tells us what the end of the game is right now.
Guy who just stays clinging to his kin, closing all his shutters, but the next thing, a foreign army sweeps in.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
This is a second run. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about the first run.
Let's see.
Always knew that you would come around.
That hidden voice, it will always play. It's on a loop, it will always say, what did I do? What didn't I do?
I'm drunk and half listening, so I'll stick around. If you don't want to get spoiled on this game, you shouldn't stick around.
But you can make a tiny space for something new.
The next thing.
The next thing. The next thing.
I think Something New was a nicer song.
Very well.
When it's
Though I'm uncertain
when it's skewed more towards like
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't
them
she?
singing Something
Isn't that
New
telling
instead of
the
Next
future?
Thing.
Prophecy is the last thing.
There you go again, telling me what I do or do not need.
I apologize. I didn't mean it that way. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
You're right, that sounds like it wouldn't be much of a help. Even to you.
Oh, I've dared prophesy too many times. To know what comes and then be unable to do anything about it.
Yeah, I get it.
Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
So you're saying I'm doomed. All roads lead to doom, and there's nothing I can do about it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're still free to act, Grace. But there might be something else I can do to help. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Okay. No kidding.
This really explains why you didn't notice anything at Calliope's apartment.
Well, don't hold back on my account, Grace.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes.
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite. They serve as a... This allows them to offer
You know what Apollo is, right?
Oh, I know what Paul says he is. Just because someone says they can fly does not make them the Tooth Fairy. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine.
You keep saying... So you're... Tell... No, you're still a suspect. I need to learn what you're really about.
All right, that's fair.
A suspect? You mean like a suspect in a crime suspect? Paul? Lady, I know bad. Paul's a lot of things, but he ain't bad.
I'm looking for information. You weren't expecting that?
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were... The good news is that Persephone...
Or you could just tell me where she is and I could go alone.
You don't have a membership, Grace. You won't get in on your own.
Damn it.
Great! We're all done now.
All right, let's go to the underworld.
Do you come here often?
Oh, no. Persephone and I aren't friends.
Is she friends with anyone?
Not many, no. Except Calliope, apparently. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
All I know is if she's spoiling for a fight, she'll get one.
It might come to that, I suppose.
You're not gonna try to stop me?
Sometimes strength is the only thing Persephone respects. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Okay, let's talk to Hermes.
Whoa!
What's
You're
your
not much
story?
like...
Why not?
Why not? Maybe you can shake some dust off the other idols.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of dust.
You're right about that.
I don't think Athena would let me clean anything anyway. She won't even let me touch her spear.
When Calliope... That sounds grim.
It's not so bad. Corone could be less creepy, though.
Who's Corone?
The boat guy. He keeps asking me for a mixtape. What even is that?
We find out about Corona early if we ask that.
You've only been an idol.
He died.
Can I ask how he died?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
You mean...
I'd rather not talk about it. I'm him now. It's all good.
Interesting. So he did the same thing that Aphrodite did. I mean, I guess they all pass on their eidolons eventually, but like... Oh, we're finding out such different information.
This is probably a You don't seem that sad about it. Not like Apollo.
He's sad about everything. As for me, I don't know. Part of her is in you now, right? That's how I see it.
Do you know if Persephone is here?
Pull yourself together, dude.
Pull yourself together. Are you gonna let Persephone boss you around forever?
Maybe?
No, you do that, she'll be walking all over you for centuries. You're a god.
Yeah, I'm a god.
You never know, she might be impressed, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, let me know when you want to find her. I'll even stand way, way back while you chat.
Thanks, Hermes. All right, back to Eros.
Wait, did you say that you know remember?
Oh, right.
So Aphrodite...
Good to see it happen.
Yeah, that doesn't sound creepy.
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing.
You seem a little... I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
I'll see you around.
I had wondered last run if instead of being like, sorry, I shouldn't have pried, if you're like, I've got nothing else to do. if he tells you about Aphrodite early, but he doesn't. Okay. Back to sad dad.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left...
Sounds like Hades had it coming.
I'd like to say...
I thought
I've told you.
you...
You know, fun doesn't just happen, Apollo. It's okay to not beat yourself up 100% of the time.
I know.
I know you know, but you're in a club. Live a little.
This style of music is unfamiliar to me.
I would.
Thank you, Grace. I'll
If they were playing actual music instead of noise.
Wait.
Okay, talk to our bestie.
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god.
Did you know Apollo would be at that apartment?
However would I know something like that?
See, you play innocent, but I just don't believe you.
Flatterer.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
The things you say, the things you don't say, you don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Hoping maybe. Here we go.
Hoping maybe.
You don't say.
At least you're not boring.
Grace, I knew there was a reason I liked you.
I should get going.
Fantastic. The pan train is bumping. Okay, let's talk to Persephone.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me.
What is your problem with me exactly? You've had it in for me the moment you saw me.
My problem? My problem is that I'm filled with questions, Grace. Filled to the brim. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her eidolon? That's my problem.
That's it. I'm done talking.
Grace, I don't think
Forget it, Apollo. She's spoiling for a fight, so why not give it to her?
So it's a challenge after all.
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows
Excited
drawing near.
to do this song.
And you all alone, we both know how this ends.
Go on
Let's
the
see
attack.
how far she bends. We all know how this ends. Hello? Testing 1, 2, Testing 3, is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie, ogling expectantly? Heads up, wrecking me won't come for free. See, it won't be easy, Persephone, when I use the moves I bring blessedly. Shadows don't scare me, see, I'll survive it. Maybe you wanna do this in private.
You're lost, little girl. You're wasting our time now. The gall of a squeaking mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. Seen it so many times, we all know how this ends.
Fight
We
back.
all know how it ends.
Wait, you're she the Persephone? Oh boy, a celebrity dissing me. Now remind me, Peach, jog my memory. Sorry, not up on my ancient history. Underworld, now that rings a bell. Was it you who was married to the king of hell? It's hazy, Hades, so you're his lady? Before my time, because I'm such a baby. Please teach me my ABCs, me. I never featured in Euripides. So where are they now? Wow, look around. You're the big cheese of a hole in the ground.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise, coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen of the dead.
You're not my queen pea, I'm alive. You got a real life muse in this basement dive. You could use a boost. Should I play a gig? Hey, word of mouth works, P. It'll be big.
Get lost, little girl.
I need a room and a rider and a cut of the
You're
bar.
making me angry.
I got needs, you see. Say please, I'll bring keys and a couple guitars.
You don't wanna know how far we could
We
descend.
haven't fun yet? I'm sorry, what's up? Let me guess how it ends. Yeah, you already said.
Back off, little girl.
We're young, you're old, we live, you
You're
die.
asking for trouble.
The end, see, that's how time works. Bye-bye.
You wanna push me, so look and see how this ends.
Go for the kill.
How this always ends.
Don't you have any idea how you sound right now? We hear it all the time. The world is full of ghosts and nothing's ever born. You're choking on dust down here now. Maybe that's your cue. Time's come to move on. Make space for someone new. Someone not as bored as you. Maybe this new muse will do.
Don't use that word. You have no right to use that word. After what you did to her, why don't I just kill you and wipe the floor with you? Don't use that word. You have to fight to use that word. You don't go in and take, that's your biggest mistake, for Calliope's sake.
You lost them, you know, if you ever had them. You were only the warm-up act to the main event.
I'm such a bitch in this song. We're spicy this run for real.
The headline show, you're free to go. Guess now we know how it ends.
I like that everyone's smiling like
enough,
I wasn't
Persephone?
just a big asshole.
Do we
in
need
that
to go
song.
another round?
Just tell me one thing. What prompted this little visit of yours?
We went to Calliope's apartment, and we know that you own it.
I see. Follow me, then. Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt, so I gave her the apartment.
That's it? No fights, no conflict of any kind?
Why would there be?
Because you're you, Persephone.
No, not recently. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years. After I heard the news, I went to the...
I don't know. That sounds suspicious.
I hoped I could find evidence, something that made sense. But no, it was only you.
I made sense?
You were there, you were covered in her blood. There was no other explanation. But now I'm not so sure.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
Does it have... Couldn't... What about it? What about... Wait... For all I know, either one of you could have done it, and you're just playing along.
Apollo is capable of many things, but lying? He was never any good at it.
Whereas we know how capable you are of murder.
Yikes!
Okay, this isn't...
The one and only god I killed deserved it.
Right. Sorry I brought it up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Well, I'm not giving up. That's right. You heard me. Maybe it's easy for you to throw in the towel. Why not? Your life isn't at stake. But I'm gonna fight. If I have to kick every...
Before the next song starts, give me just a second. 1 second. What says she's glowing? All right, next song.
Ass on Olympus. I am getting through this.
Persephone. We're going for Persephone.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this.
Every action comes with a cost.
And who could she have crossed and lost to?
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I bent before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is not about you. Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the sun.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they have you paralyzed. Calliope would want more from you.
She wanted so much more.
She is gone. Follow him or stay.
I don't think there's much variation.
Now that Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen out of the room, perhaps we can get somewhere.
Just as well. He said from the start that he didn't want to help, that he'd just make things worse.
Well, that's what you get when you live in a world of prophecies and riddles. Apollo will forever chase his own tail. But he brought you to me, so that's something. I'll admit the problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
All right, new dialogue shit. I'm so excited.
You decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
Well, what should I say? That I've changed my mind? That Calliope might have chosen you after all?
No, it's just...
You have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the Muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate deception... Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
In this scenario, I'm the unacceptable risk?
At worst, a murderer. At best, a usurper.
I have to be a usurper? I can't just be a happy accident?
In Athena's world, there are only dangerous accidents.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
Yeah, I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city. Start a revolution. Become a terror the likes of which mortals
You don't gotta
only
tell me twice.
Really?
No, Grace. Go home. Be patient. When you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
That's true. Yeah. It seems like the kick-ass, the red options are much more in line with how Calliope acts as a person. He's very passionate, very fiery, right?
Hey, Freddy.
Hey.
Is everything okay?
Not really. I felt like crap after you left. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
Don't even sweat it, Freddy. This isn't exactly a normal situation.
That's true. I got carried away by your magical song isn't our usual kind of fight.
Just wait until Kaz and Brian hear about this.
Nuh-uh. No, the band can wait. First, tell me everything that happened since I saw you last.
Okay.
Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
She has her reasons. I just hope I don't end up on her bad side again.
You get on everyone's bad side, Grace.
What?
Thanks, Fred.
So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Huh. I wonder what he wants.
Probably to cash in his precious favor.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge?
Okay. Okay, so I think the play here, right, is talk to Pan, get the option to go to the reliquary, and then go talk to Persephone and Apollo. That's how I get, like, the most information, I think.
I've passed... I don't know, how many idols you asked me to meet you here?
I did. As I recall, you owe me a favor that I now wish to collect, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him.
So that... You're saying you can talk me into anything?
Anything you would enter into willingly and with eyes wide open, which covers a great deal. Yes.
That's surprisingly ethical of you, Pan.
I find consent wildly attractive, Grace.
Same.
What is this? If these... I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named... I'll send a pack...
Okay, so now... Talk to Apollo. King! Hey, dude.
Grace,
Yeah, told you she'd be back.
what are you doing here? When you stayed with Persephone, I thought that... Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
Thought you'd slink off without a word, huh?
I'm sorry.
You should be. That explosion of yours at the underworld? What the hell was that? You think that will help Calliope? Or are we back to making everything all about you again?
Hey, nobody but me talks to Paul like that.
Damn.
It's all right, Oracle. Is that it, Grace? Are you through?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, you can't just walk in here and...
Enough, Oracle. Please. And I'll simply say that you were right. I regret how I behaved. Goodbye, Grace. I hope you find what you're looking for.
All right, cool. Friendship with Apollo ended. Get her, Oracle.
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well. I've asked around, called in some favors, just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
Pan?
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else. Until I know what it is, I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
I actually went to see Pan at Olympus. I guess that wasn't such a great idea?
It depends. What did he want this time?
He asked me to repay the favor I owe him by helping someone at a place called the Reliquary.
A reliquary? Interesting. I wonder what his angle is.
I don't doubt Pan has an angle. He seems like that kind of guy. I'm just not sure it has to be nefarious.
That's how Pan schemes. You don't know what his goal is until all the chips have fallen. My suggestion? Do as he asks. At the very least, Hecate might prove to be of help to you, if it's written in her bloody book.
Her book?
You'll see. I want to send you to a party, Grace, one Aphrodite is holding. She and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone. If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
Why a party? Couldn't I just go wherever she lives and ask her?
You could, but if you go to this party, she'll be grateful. She holds it from time to time and always asked Calliope to attend, but Calliope never would. You can put two and two together. A grateful Aphrodite might be willing to tell you what Pan is really up to.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but unwelcome. Suffice it to say, if I showed up at Aphrodite's party, revealing Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
It's less of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put it this way. Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
I was curious if Persephone was going to be more upfront with us about like what we were getting into, but she's not really. Wait, why is Freddy coming with me again? No! Freddy, stay home!
Maybe I shouldn't have brought you here.
I live for danger.
This isn't D&D, Freddy. Some of these idols, they mean business.
Oh?
Do not start dissing D&D. There is literally no better preparation for facing a world of gods and magic. Plus, my initiative is ace.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about...
This... Do you know what... An angle for you, maybe. Books are your thing.
So is helping my best friend out of a jam. No matter what it takes.
Even if it means traveling into weird lighthouses where scary witches live?
Especially if it means that. Aren't you excited?
Let's go.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then.
If I can, sure. Why not?
Because Pan...
But I'm trying to kiss him, Freddy.
Who permits this intrusion, this
Listen,
sacrilege?
lady, I don't care who you are. One more word and I'll have you dancing a jig until your giant feet fall off.
Grace...
No! I've had it with being threatened. Just once I'd like to go somewhere and not be challenged to a fight.
You... are... Grace?
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not...
Yeah, that's now. Or very recently, anyway. I guess you don't get much news here in... wherever this is.
It is between places, crafted by my own hand from the ether. Here in the books are written all things. Past, present, and things that are yet to occur. Yes, it's right here.
Look, whoever screwed up your magic book, it wasn't me.
Yeah, Grace is already getting blamed for everything.
The books cannot be tampered with. They record what is.
But it isn't.
You will explain.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate.
Is there no way to speed that up? Is there some way you can help me that doesn't take years? Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
I'm guessing she doesn't talk to people much.
I don't know. Hecate seems super nice.
And super unhelpful.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
Maybe we could sneak in somewhere. Could there be a back door?
And do what? You weren't thinking of... do you hear what I'm hearing?
Here he come, the boy.
Oh, you still here?
I only came for Hecate's help, to be honest.
But I can help you! It has to be you.
Are you
And is supposed to be dead?
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth.
Let me get this. Have you tried? Do you really... Okay, so you're in love with... I do this, and... I don't know. Hecate... I can't say I'm exactly sure what to do.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for
Okay,
it.
here we go.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest.
You can do it.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically, just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
I love it. You got this. Don't lose your nerve.
I'm too excited, it's hard to describe. I got a bull in a china shop vibe. Just breathe and take it slowly. Tell her you love her only and she can... I'm thinking out loud, aren't I?
It's okay, just tell her what you want.
You rock my world and I'm telling you, Kate. You already know I'm the perfect housemate. I've never been wary, 'cause nothing is scary. I'm big and I'm hairy and my head is on straight.
Okay. I have one question. From whence comes this confession? Surely you know I know so little of feeling. I've been so alone. It's all that I've known. This idea you want more has left me quite reeling.
What do now?
Chorus!
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
You're doing great. Give it some confidence.
Let's go.
Remember, Katie, that I've got your back. If If ever this tower was under attack, I'd hunt them down like the old days. I'd chase them down your ways. But we could do it your way. I'm not some maniac.
It seems you desire a trial by fire. You believe I require a guard just in case. I'm a titan, you see. Such attackers would flee with but one look at me. Terror on each face.
You're not terrifying. They don't know you like I do.
That's not what she meant.
Hecate, please cast a spell on me to forget this whole embarrassing catastrophe. Underneath this bullhead's fur's a red-faced wannabe. Seriously, I'm freaking out. Grace, somebody please rescue me. This is a disaster. Grace, help me.
Hecate, if you don't mind, I'll take the floor because I feel obliged to help this Minotaur. He's a bit absurd, he gets stuck on a word, but he flies like a bird when you walk in the door. Could the love of your life be right under your chin? Well, there's no need to guess, he's already moved in.
Please understand, Grace, it's not him I can't face. My heart is a difficult place to admire. Hot coals at its core, burned so many before, yet he carries this torch, unaware of the fire. I'm tempted, but what you're all telling me is nothing will go wrong, for it's destiny. Have you truly considered this carefully? Black magic takes a toll, and if you lose control, the cost is paid by reality. Is my heart worth everything going amiss? I cannot protect you from the dark abyss, so don't dismiss, just resist.
You think that I don't know the darkness inside of me. You know the stars, but do you remember your history? I love the person I have become. You changed me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
Very well, Asterion. I accept your proposal.
We did it, gang!
I ain't prepared for this.
My heart is a shiver so hard to describe. These feelings I feel coming up from inside. It's unexpected, I barely know what to do. All this seemed impossible, yet now it's come true.
I feel like our story's
so
about
different.
to begin. Coming out of the shadows has changed everything. To you, Grace and Freddie, how do I thank you?
I think you just did.
You trod the path well.
Okay.
You cast a spell on me.
Grace in the corner, yeah!
That was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it written?
Of course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Asterion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules. It is written.
So, about that help I needed?
I assume you haven't gained permission from Athena in the short time you were away.
No.
Then I fear my answer is unchanged. I am oath-sworn and must come, Asterion.
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure.
We're still here because you and I have an agreement.
Right, so,
She did what?
You chased... How could...
I don't know.
So someone else. What was Medusa...
Seems pretty convenient.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did? Did you say the those alarms...
Calliope did. Someone else could have.
Whatever Calliope did here, it...
What? How do you know? Athena... This means Calliope came here the night she died. We know Medusa...
She's super... If that's all you need, then I have to go.
Honestly, I'm furious. Someone knew she was here. They attacked her here.
And got away without Asterion seeing them.
I might never find out, Freddy. What if I go to Medusa and that leads... nowhere? What then? Someone murdered her and they might never see justice.
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to.
Okie dokie. This is just a game about roommates. Yeah, basically.
Pan. I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
I like that the more that we
course I'm
choose
here,
these bitchy
Grace. Where else
options, we
would
just
I be
automatically
but
say
amongst
bitchy
the
things.
trees and the wild things. I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
So you used me. All part of your trading favors thing?
Of course. I used you, I used Asterion, you used Asterion, Asterion used you. Is this not the way the world works?
Why not just tell me what you were after?
And risk nosy Hecate somehow digging it out of you. Perish the thought. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
Trying to kiss him.
You know I did. Don't try to deny it.
I'm fairly certain I've yet to deny anything at all.
Ugh!
Grace, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were being fresh.
I am, but not right now.
Go ahead. Tell me it's a coincidence that you knew exactly where to send me.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
You're enjoying this, aren't you? This tit-for-tat back and forth.
I'll enjoy it if you're enjoying it.
Well, I'm not enjoying it.
Oh my, aren't you a delight? Even if you haven't answered the question, don't think I didn't notice. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
What if I discover you're lying to me after all?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
I hope it's somewhere good. Somewhere I'm not on trial.
Oh,
The Riz
my,
of Carrie
my,
Payton.
my. You do know how to spoil the mood, don't you? If I can make a suggestion, live the high life. Throw caution to the wind.
That's your suggestion?
And why not? It's the same as when I first met you, Grace. You can enjoy being an idol. Simply follow my lead.
Why not?
See now, this is why I like you. Such a sense of the inappropriate.
Are we getting a song right now? We're getting a song right now!
It is an ugly business, living among the gods. You'll always twist an arm, even if you're trying not to. And so I say, let's do it. The world, it needs that guy who is prepared to move the pieces in from every side. All of the world's on the edge of a knife, so I choose partying. There's no need for strife. So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance. So what, the call was close. We're both alive and well. We'll live to fight another day, as far as I can tell. And even if you don't, and I expect you won't, I promise you'll be glad you spent the night with me. So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance.
I can't believe your arrogance, assuming I'd go for a guy who doesn't care that I might die. I really thought you believed in me.
Don't be like that, Grace. We both know this is who I am. I can't change, so take it or leave it. I won't repeat it. I'm only here for the dance.
Man, this whole song is just like there don't have to be a whole lot of feelings here,
you don't have
okay?
any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way. You're hoping to find Medusa, I expect.
Changing the subject? And how do you even know about that?
I'm just trying to be helpful, Grace. In my way. You'll find Medusa at a dingy little
So
club.
Pan, has to hedge his
appropriately
bets for
named
sure.
The
Yeah.
Viper's Nest.
He's not gonna go all
Give
in
her
on
my
anything.
regards. But do be careful if you call on her, Grace. Medusa is a hideous monster and should be treated as such.
Don't worry, this is my bitch run, so I will be mean to her, which will make me sad, but oh, what's going on? Hi, so here's what happened.
Back from your visit to the reliquary?
How did you know I was there?
Athena was ranting about it when I left her. She's none too pleased about you breaking the rules. Let's hope what you learned was worth it. Medusa was at the reliquary that night. You don't intend to confront her directly, do you?
You think I shouldn't? How else will I find out why she was there?
There's always a way, Grace. Asking someone directly isn't the only method. Still, while I hate to say it, confronting Medusa may be your best option.
You could come with me when I talk to her.
Trust me, if I'm anywhere within a mile, she'll have vanished by the time you so much as knock on her door. Just lie to me and say you'll be careful. Now then, unless you've something else to ask.
Maybe I do.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
What constitutes a little more in this instance?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If an idol is a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
Ah, the big question. To which the answer is, nobody knows. I remember the original Persephone only vaguely. Indeed, I'm not even certain she was the original. Was there something before her? How did she get her eidolon? I couldn't tell you. Evidently, we wrote little down in those early days, or were forbidden to, and our memories only stretch back so far. Anything beyond that simply isn't.
All this playthrough culminating in punching Athena in the face. It is one of our goals, yeah. Romance option is making me slightly uncomfortable. I mean, Pan's argument is essentially, if you're about to die, you might as well live a little, right? Like, do what feels good, do what, is exciting, like, do whatever you want. Dance the dance, right? And at a certain point in that song, we're like, oh, you're saying this because you think I'm gonna die in a couple days, because you don't think I have any chance of making it through this, right? So, like, it's not necessarily nefarious. It's just, he's the guy. Yeah, exactly. He's like, just be a little hedonistic. What do you have to lose? You're going to be dead in a couple of days. And it's like, that's not a hot thing to say, man.
Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Aliens? Grace, you watch too many movies.
Gods are okay, but aliens are just wacky fiction.
Fine, yes. It is strange. Well, our earliest days aren't the only blanks in our memories, however. We have many. And the last was the day Zeus called us all together to tell us Rome had fallen and we should prepare for war. But did that war occur? I couldn't tell you. The last thing I remember after Rome was 1,000 years later, in the 16th century. I was in a different body, feeling as if no time at all had passed. Athena calls that period the gap. That's what it feels like. All of us experienced it, and not one of us knows why or how.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...?
I wasn't asleep. I lived. I had lives. I passed on my eidolon. I may have known who I was and what I was, but perhaps I was completely unaware. All I know is that one day, Athena came to my nunnery, near Trieste, I think. The moment that I saw her, all the old memories came flooding back. My life during the gap was wiped away in an instant, and it never returned. If someone did that to us, they were powerful indeed.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena woke up on her own, or so she claims, and spent the next century rounding up those idols who remained. Zeus, however, was gone. What became of him, what happened in Rome, we've never pieced it together. It's troubling.
Are you willing to talk about Hades? If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just...
incredibly curious how I ended up murdering my husband.
That, yeah.
You know, one might think that my hatred of Hades began when he kidnapped me and forced me to be his bride. But honestly, that wasn't it. I hated my brothers and sisters for letting it happen, but Hades himself terrified me. He had a presence. I mean, one that forever made him the most important man in the room. And me? Oh, I was nothing in comparison. When Hades began doting on me, trying to earn my favor, I swooned that he might deign to think of me that way. For centuries, I actually thought I was in love, that the kidnapping was the best thing that ever happened to me. It's funny how our perspectives change.
If you got along with Hades for so long, what changed?
I did. I grew up. I was a trophy for Hades, a conquest that he expected to remain meek and unchanging forever. He went out of his way to keep me small. I slowly realized that, he'd always been that way. Manipulation and arrogance behind the handsome sneer. We battled for centuries. I hated him, and I told him so, but he refused to part with me. He declared that I was his and would stay in the underworld where I belonged.
And that's when you killed him?
That's when I killed him, yes. The first time one idol had ever murdered another. Thank you very much.
I'm guessing the other idols weren't thrilled with you killing Hades.
Well, yeah, they didn't know what to do with me. And Athena was furious that the most powerful remaining idol had been lost. See, this was before the war and before all the new rules. The chorus had never once contemplated execution, but they certainly considered it then. In the end, they decided it was better to humiliate me. They ensured I did not benefit from Hades' murder, and stripped the throne I had wrested from his grasp.
Which you weren't happy about.
I asked them where they were all those years while I pleaded for help. I was held captive, and what was I expected to do? What, lie down and take it forever because Hades was more useful to them alive? No. I stopped doing what was expected of me the day I slit his throat. May he rot in Tartarus with the Titans for all eternity.
Damn.
Tell me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
We were.
And
if you had told me a decade ago that I would become close to one of the muses, I would have laughed in your face. I always considered them Apollo's creatures. Calliope, Clio, and Talia. Vapid, frivolous gods who handed off their eidolon to any artist who took their fancy. Every time I met one of them, they were someone else. Apollo called them the Sisters of Beauty, no matter their gender. Can you imagine that? That's such a stupid name.
I never thought of that.
Started to become see-through. Did you guys see that?
Well, we tend to seek out successors like ourselves, but it happens. With the muses, it happened frequently. Everywhere Apollo went, they surrounded him like a gaggle of ducklings, just like him to gather his own fans.
If you disliked the muses so much, how did you end up becoming friends with Calliope?
She sought me out. She'd become more and more unhappy on Olympus, so she decided to leave just as I had, long before. Calliope asked for my help, and I laughed in her face. Go ask one of your sycophant mortals, I told her. I mean, surely one of them has some threadbare couch you can sleep on.
Wow.
Typically, she was undeterred. She didn't just want a place to stay. She said she wanted to learn how to be truly independent from an idol who had mastered it. What can I say? I mean, I am a sucker for a well-timed compliment. I took her in. Apollo was furious. He and Calliope were barely speaking, but he was certain she'd come crawling back to Olympus. Oh, it made taking her in all the sweeter.
After you took Calliope in, that's when you became friends?
Oh, no, not right away. I wasn't looking for a friend. What I was looking for was an opening act in the club. Calliope entertained here for years, and then eventually turned from performing to attracting new acts. She was in her element. She and I, we warmed up to each other eventually. She was more capable than I expected, and I adored her furious rants.
Wait a minute. How did Apollo not know that they knew each other then? That doesn't make any sense. I guess he said that he and Persephone don't get along, so. Thank you. Got like a little. Thank you. She left, but he didn't know where she went. Well, what I'm saying is, Apollo knows about the underworld, the club. He knows that Persephone's here. He never found out that Calliope also worked there. Really?
Calliope didn't seem like the furious type when I met her. That's hard to picture.
Oh, then you didn't really meet her. She was an idealist, and nobody could ever quite live up to her standards for very long. Her brothers and sisters, least of all. The idols needed to change, she said. They were withering away in the
That he never went to the club. I
diminished
know, but like,
and unwilling
he
to
never
save
found
their own
out that
skin.
she was there if he was
When I
looking
joined
for
the
her. I don't know.
course, she expected me to change everything, as if I could single-handedly over.
I guess in his song, when it's not the like next thing version of his song, when it's the never the same version of that song, he talks about how they would consistently do this. She would just like vanish for a while, but she'd always come back. So I guess he wasn't necessarily looking for her. He was like, he'll be back. But she didn't come back because she found Persephone.
Ride Athena. I was to be her champion, and together we would bring revolution to the idols. Well, I was yet another disappointment. She left the club, but I gave her a place to live. We were supposed to stay in touch, but you know how it went from there.
Something, something, if you love someone, something, something. Yeah.
How did you go from ruling the underworld to opening a nightclub named after it?
I won it in a bet with Dionysus, god of merriment.
Okay, there has to be a story there.
Well, the story is that he was a fool, but a charming one with many patrons. They built him a nightclub as his personal playground. And it was a grand old time for Dionysus in the 1970s, I assure you. But he didn't know how to run a business. By the time disco was ready to die, so was his stupid club. So I offered to make it profitable. If I succeeded, he would turn ownership over to me. He accepted because, frankly, all he wanted to do was drink anyhow. I was successful. The club became mine, and I kicked Dionysus out for never paying his tab.
Sucks to be him.
Dionysus ever sobers up, he might decide to be sore about it, but so far, that hasn't happened.
Okay, so Dionysus is still alive, just isn't around.
I'll see you around.
Because all he does is drink.
Yes, that's where I'll be. Around.
Ready, I guess?
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're...
I should... Exactly how...
Alright. About to spam N.
Tell me what... You said... I wonder how much of
Oh,
those stories
oops.
are true.
Yeah, it's hard to...
You know what I find weird? Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
I was about to hit N on the loading screen. Like,
This
skip
must
the
be a
loading.
viper's nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Grace, of all the places to run into a friend.
Pan comes with us for this!
What are you doing here?
I'm the one who told you about this place. You didn't expect my curiosity to get the better of me?
Let me guess. You feel bad about how we left our last conversation.
Me? Feel bad?
You know, the part where you still believe I'm gonna die.
It's true. I am a bad man, and I spoke poorly. I did not, however, want you wandering into this without advice.
Medusa is the one who turns people into stone just by looking at them, right?
People, yes. Idols, not so much. Or that's my assumption. I'll admit to not knowing if she's ever turned her gaze on one of us.
I could go in there and boom, statue time?
Maybe. Probably not.
If you have any advice, Pan, I'm all ears.
Well, I assume you know how Medusa became what she is.
Not really, no.
It is a sad, sad tale. Athena cursed her. A travesty of justice if there ever was one. Thing is, Athena no longer has the power to undo the curse. Or so she says. What I'm trying to say is that Medusa is not happy about it. Perhaps that's something you can use.
Asterion said Medusa works for Athena. Is that right?
A truer description, I'd say, is that she's more Athena's servant. Poor thing can't survive on her own. So she's become whatever Athena needs. Spy master, enforcer, provider of garden statuary.
She sounds terrifying.
More importantly, Grace, she's clever. Medusa will be no simple target.
Medusa's clever and works for Athena, but what's she really like?
She doesn't exactly come to the parties, Grace. Medusa is
Classical
an
Athena was girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep. This game has her right.
Hide in the shadows, she lurks in even darker places. She's an outsider, and she loathes us as much as she needs us.
Is she dangerous?
Let's just say we're all rather relieved she stays away.
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
See? That's the spirit. Now there's simply the matter of getting you in before she's aware you're here.
And you'll help me with that?
As best I can, certainly. Though I do hope you have some kind of plan. A word of advice before we proceed. Once you find Medusa, make the number a knockout.
Okay, we came in through the ceiling last time. Of course, pans are distracted.
My good man! What in the three hells is the meaning of this?
Sir, you're gonna have to...
I'm going to have to what? Do you have any idea what it took for me to come all this way? I am a producer? A producer of records? Yes, records, and that makes me very important in the
I'll just keep
industry of record producing. Where is the entourage to greet me?
How did we get that door
How
open?
do you think this treatment will reflect upon your mistress? I am offended. Offended!
He just looks like Reagan to me. It just looks like this is a Mob Psycho crossover, and I can't think of it any other way. Medusa had a very good end with us last time, so if I'm mean to her, remember this is the Genocide run, okay?
Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Right, let's play. I'm sure you can bite, okay. But you get a fight today. You're fighting Grace this time. And this time's mine. This time.
For centuries, these heroes got sent to me. Each one of them bent to me.
Not meant to be this time.
This time and all time.
'Cause this time's mine.
This time's mine. This time just
This
like
time
every time.
is mine.
Now look into me. Your body goes freely every time as it tenders, turning gently as it renders. What'd you say, Grace? You okay, Grace? Where's the game face this time? You are currently experiencing something I like to call the preparation. Any questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time. 'Cause this time I find dine that oozy musy bloods my wine this time. Look into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey, look
You flipped that hood. Then out came the snakes. Oh, you're so good. Finally, some stakes. Oh, the ice thing. What a difference an actual monster makes. Murdering muses
helps me relax.
I should sound out Athena about your naughty night snacks. Me and Athena need to touch base. I'll say what I've seen.
I'm getting quite keen to chew off that face. Now look into
Medusa, look into your own eyes. Okay, that's not gonna work on you. Well, let's get a proper view. I'm seeing a snake's hairdo, but you got that body too. Honestly, you look fine.
Stop trying.
This time.
Don't look at me.
If somebody says you're fine.
You're lost, little girl. No more Hail Marys.
We didn't get this reference to the little girl song last time, did we?
Monsters me.
Don't know, you don't know.
I do know that you didn't
kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know, you know. Does that mean Athena knows?
No. Fine grace.
To tell you that I'm what? Bait? Not the feature show. Come on, try. But let's go. Gonna suffer.
Oh,
Stop
shit.
it! Stop it, Pan! You have no right to interfere.
It's been a long time since I played these. Good to know the old pipes are still warm. Hmm?
What the heck did you just do?
Snake charming. Medusa can't help but be enthralled.
Begone, pest! How dare you invade my sanctum?
Oh, I see. Would you prefer I resume playing?
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
You can start by telling me whether you tried to eat Calliope like you just tried to eat me.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary.
But you were there that night.
Yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady
Asterians.
Oh, that seems rather unlikely. The bull's as gentle as a lamb.
Yes, I had only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home.
Why should we believe you? You did.
I am telling you the truth.
One that conveniently paints you as innocent.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have. I know it's hard to believe what a monster tells you, but it is true.
You haven't told us.
Now. Don't make me charm it out of you, my dear.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
No, I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected.
You followed Calliope.
Trouble enough to keep an eye on,
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope.
Did you ever find out?
A tasty snack for you to hunt down?
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
Okay.
Okay, let's...
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Mercy? You mean like the mercy you were gonna show me?
The genocide run. Don't be upset with me.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth... I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
Well, that was interesting. Now I just have to decide if I believe her.
Hopefully not only her.
Is this the part where you tell me why you really came along?
Only to help, Grace. To ensure your endeavors here were successful.
Why? Why?
Ugh, fine. I just can't stay mad at you, can I?
Nobody can. It's one of my best attributes.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Since you are safe and uneaten, I shall leave you to your adventures. Until we meet again, dear Grace. Oh, If it isn't, the lovely Grace?
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
We're just cutting to me being mad.
Well.
I had a second away from him and I was like, wait a minute.
She asked for the key and I gave it to her. No questions asked. I told you I didn't know what happened to Calliope, and that's the truth. I did not. So I nudged you in the right direction.
Freddy came along last time to meet Medusa, yeah. This cut is weird.
Why? Is there some reason you need to know what happened to Calliope?
Is that so strange? Don't we all desire justice?
You sent me to the reliquary because you wanted justice.
Medusa learned that Calliope was going to the reliquary because I told her. Now, before you say anything, I had no idea of the fate awaiting our dear muse. And you yourself said Medusa was not responsible. I simply had to know if I'd inadvertently, rather innocently...
Damn, they give you so many opportunities to be like, I'm over it, Pan. I'm done with you. But we're committing. We're committing. We like a shithead.
You really expect me to believe that?
I was hoping, yes.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
Yeah, they really want you to have some self-respect, and we're like, no. Okay. Guess we can go tell Persephone about Medusa now.
Back again so soon, Grace? You're practically a regular at the club. Did you end up finding Medusa? Or did she vanish the moment you came near, like she does with every other idol?
She definitely did not vanish. Maybe I better explain what happened.
Fade to black.
I knew it. We never should have brought that monster to the New World. Athena's a fool to think Medusa can be controlled. You're fortunate to have made it out in one piece. It could have gone very poorly for you.
I know, but let's focus on the important part of the story.
Which is that if you believe what she says, Medusa appears to be exonerated.
And that brings us back to Pan.
Pan might admit something unintentionally, but he can be too clever. Let me give some thought to our next step. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No, not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
Yeah, let's take a quick break, guys. Got about an hour left of the stream. Go pee, grab a drink, whatever. Okay. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Yoki. How are we all doing? Hello. Somebody said that they're concerned about this scene with us doing an aggro run. I don't really know. I don't think that they give you the option to be an asshole about what's going on in this scene, you know? And they shouldn't. You can be like, I don't understand, but you know, I think in the song, the options are either to try to convince her to keep living or to empathize with her and say it's your decision, right? Neither of which is like, stop being a bitch, you know? Like I don't think it's gonna feel that way. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think there is like a be mean, be awful option in here. I think it's just like somber all across the board, you know? But we'll be skipping a lot of it because we've done a lot of it already.
Fancy party? Check. Persephone said...
Persephone said I should come to this. Persephone didn't tell you. Why am I not surprised? But we know that if you're with Apollo, Apollo also doesn't tell you.
I came to see you, Apollo, and I don't recall you mentioning it. Persephone said it could help.
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right?
Seems like the sort of thing you should tell a new idol.
New idols are usually chosen. You would know about this already, except...
Except Calliope was murdered.
Well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories. So the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood.
I have a hard time believing I'll forget who I am.
You won't stop being you. You'll just also be everyone else who isn't you.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
I understand. Takes...
When you say this... Wait.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite.
Do you I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but...
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Mingling?
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like.
You don't enjoy the... That's kind of sad.
What is?
Spending an eternity among people you can't even stand to be with at a party.
Well, now I need another drink.
I should get back out there.
Oh, okay, cool. That was short. Eros, what's up? He's sad.
Grace.
Hey, Eros. Nice to... Oh, okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Apollo told me. Calliope always refused to come to these things, right?
Yeah, no matter how much Aphrodite begged.
I wonder why it is that sometimes the images are like fuzzy.
Every time she does this.
I have to be honest, Eros. I'm not a fan of what's supposed to happen here.
I know exactly what you mean. Every time, Aphrodite forgets. At least for a while. But I don't. I remember everything. I'm there for the nightmares, the panic attacks, and now I'm arranging her gathering again.
Is it okay?
I know.
That's fair. It's really not my business.
No, it is. I mean, it's not, but
Oh, so we find out anyway.
Aphrodite? No.
when he found out that
Then, is there no... Maybe I shouldn't ask, but is there any way to change Aphrodite's mind?
you say that as if I haven't tried. If only... She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything. I'll try, if you think it'll do some good.
I don't know if it will. I just find it hard to believe it could get any worse.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it. Do whatever you think is right, Grace. And thank you.
I love Eros. There's something funny about a giant man in BDSM gear that's always sad looking. Yeah. It's Venus.
All you needed to do was ask.
I meant no slight, dear one. I only wanted to relieve you of the burden of expectation, considering the task you've been given. But you're here now. Oh, it's so sad what happened to Calliope. Please say you'll forgive my oversight.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What?
Hi. So, you're okay with this? You know what's gonna happen?
Of course. We've been working together, preparing for, 6 months now? Has it only been that long?
Must be nice to be prepared.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
There will be so much time.
Are you sure we can? I was hoping I could talk you out of it, actually.
Oh!
Forgive my saying so, but you seem fine.
Yes, it might seem that way. Well, tell me, Grace, why should I let you try to talk me out of this,
Because Eros loves you? Do you have any idea what this puts him through?
I do know. I wish I could convince dearest Eros to find his own way, but he refuses to leave my side. My pain is his pain. The respite I seek is as much his as it is mine. Even so, tonight is not about the pain. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace.
Okay.
I want to apologize again, Grace. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot.
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time.
I'm just going to everybody and being like,
I
this
would
shouldn't
never
happen,
do that
right?
to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can act.
I was so scared at the time.
You didn't remember anything?
How do you... Your name? You said...
I saw a lot of people in crisis at...
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
We mentioned that last time.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger. Something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible. And I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
I don't think there's a reason to talk to Apollo again. Do the ritual.
I have tried so hard. waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong, we were wrong. Our so-called brother Ares sold his soul forevermore. He so loved our military, he became their dog of war. He denounced his loving family, and with mortal guns and greed, on a plate gladly delivered everything that war dogs need. He betrayed us and we let him, and with their mortal souls long gone, we thought we were untouchable. We were wrong, we were wrong. I can feel we have the vigor of an idol coming in. Be wary as they find you to entail your limb from them. Torture you and spit at you, parade you in a square. I thought my life was over, and a God answered my prayer. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
Genocide run, I'm sorry.
I gotta say that I'm amazed I held my tongue for so long. Not such a fan of this old plan, but who's to say that you're wrong? Now shoulda gotta erase a memory when there's no chance of changing history. This guy that sacrificed his life so you can live in his place. Wish he'd drop by, cause man, I'd die to see the look on his face. You try to hide from your reality, but then come back with regularity. And if you notice a disparity, then what's the meaning of his legacy? Everybody. Who gives a damn about your suffering? Everybody. Who wants to see you be yourself again? Everybody. Who feels your pain in case you're wondering? Everybody. You got the time, but it's the stuttering. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
This is such a tone change.
So let me give you a hand. An idol should embrace the things they don't understand. And you don't get it. My mind's a falling city, buildings crumbling down. What is more the pity? All I hear is the sound. Bombs blanketing the ground. A screaming so profound. And you want to play around. Well, you offend. Everybody is insulted by your acrimony. Everybody wants to wallow in my testimony. Everybody. So who is ready for the ceremony? Everybody. I'll be siding with the everybody. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
I never thought you'd let it get this way. I've stood by watching what we've built decay. We're just pretending that the ending is near. Mother, isn't it clear? Your family's here. Everybody can see the agony you're going through. Everybody knows the goddess is inside of you. Everybody keeps repeating what they're meant to do. Everybody, I've got to stop it just to prove to you. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
Everybody, who's gonna help me overcome the war? Everybody, who's gonna be there when I'm on the floor? Everybody, who's gonna cry when I walk out the door? Everybody, 'cause I'm not gonna do this anymore. Everybody wants to see you, wants to see you fall in love again.
I actually really liked that.
Mother, is it true? You've chosen to.
Live. I have chosen to live.
Aww.
I'm so sorry, Venus. I made you so many promises, dearest, and I won't be able to keep them.
My lady, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. If this is your wish, I'll be with you at every step.
I as well. Always.
I hope none of us regret this choice in the days to come. But thank you.
I really hope this isn't worse.
It has to be better than doing the same thing over and over.
Does it? It could also be far worse.
Don't talk like that, Mother. We can fight this.
I'm so very tired, my loves, but I will. I'll try. Now then, Grace. You needed my help. No doubt regarding Calliope's death. Have you any suspicions as to who might be responsible?
Originally, I thought Medusa. Now I'm not so sure.
That's who I would have suspected. She's not right.
Genocide run
And
turning
never
out
has
quite
been.
differently.
Medusa
yeah,
was at
I
the
mean, I
reliquary,
just wanted
but
to
she
do the
said she never
different
went
thing
inside, and I
because
believe her.
we let her die essentially last time. So I just wanted to see what the different thing is. I know it doesn't match the run title though.
Calliope came to see us that night. She was agitated, frightened even, but she wouldn't explain why.
She said she had a plan. It must have been the reliquary.
A plan? A plan for what? What could she find at the reliquary that would help her?
Maybe she wanted a weapon. Something to defend herself with.
If only we'd known she intended to go to the reliquary. How on earth did she even get in?
She used the key, the one Pan gave her. When Calliope arrived, she dropped it. Then she laughed and said she'd better not lose it because Pan won't give me another key to the reliquary. I didn't know it was important.
Well, there's your help, Grace. I can't give you any better.
Come now, Mother. It's time you rested. It's been a long night.
If I don't, I suppose you'll both gang up on me again. Very well.
So, did they have anything helpful?
I'm not sure. He might have an explanation for this. Again.
He has a way of making things seem reasonable, it's true. But that doesn't make him a villain.
I guess.
It
Aren't you the one who first
kills me
said
knowing
he
how
was
this game
probably
ends.
guilty?
Some of these scenes.
Worth investigating still. Are you alright?
Yeah. We're not evil. We're just
seem
aggro.
troubled.
We're just doing the aggro sort of self-serving thing most of the time.
worried. I don't feel like I'm any closer to the truth.
Aren't you? Even after learning about Pan?
I can't help feeling I'm on the wrong track somehow. Maybe it's just nerves.
So, I have a question. I know you're angry with Pan, but I also noticed something in how you speak of him.
Are you kissing?
Correct in believing there's something there?
Dad, shut up!
After what I just learned, I'm not sure it matters anymore.
It's none of my business, but no matter what I've said of Pan, his feelings run deep.
Oh.
Don't underestimate him, but also don't write him off. Not yet, anyhow. Give my regards to Persephone when you see her.
Okay, bye.
Ugh, Apollo. Always so dramatic. And well done, by the way. You may be the very first person ever to talk sense into Aphrodite.
Why didn't you tell me what it was really all about?
The party? Or the veil lifting, and Calliope's memories eventually returning?
Yeah, either.
It's not something you can prepare for.
Don't take my drink!
I thought this was the best way. I remember the last time I passed on my Eidolon. 1952. I was married to, well, I'd say you'd call him a gangster. More of a thug. A mean, vicious little thug. Persephone saved me from him. Tore his head clean off. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest. My chest? Whatever.
Do you remember who you were before?
I still am her. Chastity, that is. You can see why I switched names. Oh, I remember being disgusted I was ever that weak. Persephone made me strong. But it never really goes away. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
I don't think that will ever be a problem. I'll be fine.
Assuming you make it through your trial.
Well, that's what I have you for, right?
Yes. Yes, indeed. At any rate, it's good that you found out about Pan. I can't say I'm surprised.
The sound mixing is
Perhaps
so
you'll
odd in
want
this
to
game.
talk
Yeah,
to
we
him,
were
but
talking
either
about
way,
how weird it is that this is like a game, like a musical game. You know? But the audio balancing is all over the place.
give me some time to plan our next move. Meanwhile, whatever you get up to, do be careful.
Oh, hi, Grace.
Waited. Were you looking for me?
All over, yeah. Athena sent me to find you, but it wasn't easy. Yeah, you must have been busy.
Yeah, because I stand trial soon.
Right. Right, that makes sense. Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Do I have a choice? How does So, you say... You mentioned... I suppose there's no point in
Okay. Think we'll go clever.
There you are, Grace. Do have a seat.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are.
But you know what happened there. That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace, is it?
So, because she... You care. About me? That's a laugh. You sit up here in your tower, and whatever humanity you might have once had, whatever wisdom, it's eroded away to nothing. The only thing you care about is making sure it doesn't all shatter. Not on your watch.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out in...
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying.
You know, it's too bad.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace.
All right, let's...
Met her, have you?
You have to know she's a monster. She tried to eat me.
I've been lenient on account of my involvement in her predicament, but perhaps it's time I dealt with her once and for all.
Sorry, Medusa. You're
I'm
happy
sorry
in
she
my other
attacked you,
run.
Grace. It will not happen again. Now, if there isn't anything else...
What do you know if... Who has access?
And access, so clearly it's not difficult to get.
Gave it to me. Athena, I had that key all along.
You what?
It's just like you thought. I used it to attack Calliope that night. Then I brought her back home to finish her off. A mortal with a plan, baby. Stole my way into godhood. Watch me roar.
That's not funny, Grace.
I
What's
agree.
funny is that you thought I'd tell you without getting anything in return. Speaking of the reliquary, you went there. Okay? At the moment, yeah.
I've never thought of Pan as one who would deliberately provoke my ire. But if he saw enough profit in it... Thank you, Grace. I'll add them to my list.
Your list? Okay.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck.
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get rough. As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
It was a bit much, dragging me into her office just to complain about the investigation she forced me into. What could she hope to achieve? That I'd stop trying?
Maybe she just wanted to find out what you know.
I imagine she simply wanted to remind you not to rock the boat as you bail. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh. What now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
Let me guess. To figure out why Calliope went there in the first place.
Exactly.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan.
We can't ask Calliope.
Last time... What a... Are you sure? Is it really... Let's... Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
No! Freddy, stay home! No!
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. Now that doesn't mean you should take stupid risks. Don't be a fool, Grace.
Too late.
We're already way beyond that, aren't we?
Come on, the time for adventure is now.
Oh, this will not end well. I know it.
It doesn't. Spoiler. Yeah, Freddy, here's the thing. Could you, like, I don't know, go to another country for a day? Could you just, like, go somewhere else, do something else, please? That would be so great. In a few minutes here, I have to, like, start wrapping up, so I figure we probably shouldn't even start the next section. Yeah, what are Kaz and Brian up to? You could go hang out with them. Maybe. I don't know. Someone suggested Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I definitely want to play that game. Is it out? Oop. It is. How long that game is gonna be. Came out yesterday. Yeah, there's a few games. Thronefall was really fun. That's come out now. If this is a genocide run, does that mean you will purposefully not bring Freddy back? I don't plan to bring Freddy back, no. I do plan to try and take the throne of Hades for myself. I do plan to do that. I will not be bringing Freddy back, though. Be like, thanks, bud. Appreciate the sacrifice. I'll see you next time. Well, because the only way we can bring Freddy back is to give her our Eidolon. We're not doing that this run. I'm the muse. Yeah, and then we're gonna slap Athena. Those are the two things that are left on our list. We haven't smooched Pan yet, but we've made our interest very clear, even if every time we have a nice moment, it's immediately followed by us being like, you're a piece of shit, did you know that? Yes, we have Deadbeats tonight, so we'd like to watch some Dund D&D. That will be tonight. Playing my good boy. We have a Valentine from Vet that says, for Olivier, for helping my dumb brain understand technology when it always goes wrong for me. And Raid Leader's open if anyone wants to grab it. But no press. I can always find yeah, sorry it's a shorter stream today. A bunch of stuff happened this morning and now stuff is happening this afternoon. So it just wound up being sort of a weird, strange day. But we got the stream in and that's what matters. Exakel, thank you for the 64 months. Megatron for the 81. Ziowo for the 77. Asabob for the 17. And Red Orchid for the yes, I know. We're almost there, dude. We've almost hit the point where be streaming from the farm and life will be so much easier. It'll be so much easier to, even when stuff goes wrong, just be like, well, just do a short stream at least, you know. Manda's doing some art stuff. Let's go say hi to Manda. Very much, guys. Go around, okay? Take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you on Deadbeats. Alrighty. Bye-bye.